what we're doing at the moment is developing a model of the English housing market in which the agents are households, and these households have an income and they have a house in which they live, and they may find themselves wanting to move house. They may be either renting or have a mortgage. They might even be landlords. They may have bought a buy-to-let house and rented out to other people. Now, that's the sort of starting position. Some of the households want to move because their income has increased, for example, or they managed to get some savings, or their income has decreased and they need to move because they can't afford the rent. And they look around this virtual world and try and find another house to move to. If they're buying, then they make an offer. If the offer is accepted, then they may move if the house that they're moving in, the owners of the house they're moving into, has managed to find a house that they want to move into. So we model kind of housing chains that if you've ever bought a house, you'll be very familiar with. And we can plot then. So what we have is people or agents moving around. We have programmed these agents with the way in which they buy and sell and move. And what we observe is the behavior of the model as a whole. So we can look at what happens to house prices as there is an increasing demand. For example, house prices go up. We can look at what happens to the rental prices, and going up and down as demand increases or reduces. And we can test, for example, the effect of increasing mortgage rates. A nice example of this is we can test what happens if the Chancellor of the Exchequer wants to encourage first-time buyers to buy houses by reducing or abolishing stamp duty for the lowest tier of houses. And I can tell you that because we've tried this, it does nothing. It's almost completely ineffective. And the reason for that is that if you abolish stamp duty on the cheapest houses, the stamp duty is a few £1,000s. The constraint is not that. The constraint is the amount of deposit that you have to have, the so-called loan to value, to make up for that. The Chancellor, the Treasury keeps on trying to have these sorts of schemes to reduce stamp duty. It costs them an awful lot of money because they're not getting the tax in. It has actually no effect on the market, I would argue, from this model. Just to give you an idea of the sort of things that we do with these kinds of models.